students, welcome back to your English class. Now we will move on to the exercise section of last chapter. Chapter number 4, Uncle Podger hangs a picture. Okay, here first you have to read the chapter very well, and now you have to complete the sentences. You have to choose the correct answer from the bracket. And next is to write whether the sentences given below are right or wrong. You have to put a tick mark if it is right and a cross mark if it is wrong. Next is contractions are used to shorten words. Words like isn't, didn't, doesn't, wasn't, can't, aren't, shouldn't, wouldn't, and mustn't are all contractions, for they contain fewer letters than the two original words they are made up of. Let us look at other contractions. Okay, here contractions. What are contractions? Are used to shorten the words. Isn't. Actually, what we write? What is isn't? We have shortened the letters. Originally there was two letters there, is and not, and we have shortened that into isn't, right? Like that, did not, didn't, does not, doesn't, and contractions are the words to shorten, are used to shorten the words. Let us look at the contractions. He plus is or he plus has. How we write it? His or hers, right? That plus is, that's. She plus is or she plus has, she is or she has. Will plus not, won't. So the method we are used to shorten the words are called contractions. Okay, you might have known that. Now complete the sentences using contractions of the words in the brackets. One has been done for you. Now here are some sentences and some words are given in the bracket. You have to write the contractions of these words. Means you have to shorten these words given in the bracket, and you have to complete the sentences. Okay. A compound word is a word that is formed by joining two words together. Here, see some examples. Foot plus ball, football. Arm plus chair, armchair. Flower plus pot, flower pot. Sun plus shine, sunshine. Here, foot is one word and ball is another word, and that two combines to form is single word, right? Like that, arm is a single word, chair is another word, and both combines to form a new word, armchair. Okay, these are called compound words. Means by joining two words, the words that formed by joining two words together are called compound words. Okay, find out the compound words in the following sentences. Write them in the blanks provided. Now you have to find the compound words that are present in the below sentences. Okay, there are some compound words in these sentences. You have to find it and you have to write it here. Okay. Okay, this one is to just check your pronunciation. Okay. Okay, now take page number 34. Read the following paragraph. It is a review of a radio program. One of the most famous radio programs in history is the 1938 radio program on War of the Worlds, a science fiction by H.G. Wells. The program was about creatures from planet Mars coming down to Earth and attacking the city of New York. The program was made as realistic as possible. The actors played reporters and they gave live reports of the attack from different parts of the city. The program began with an announcement that the story was, just a story. But many people missed the announcement as they had switched on the radio late. The result was that people took the program and the attack to be real and tried to escape from New York, causing heavy traffic jams in the city. Okay, write a similar review of an interesting TV program that you have watched in a recent months. Here is a review about a radio program. About what? A radio program on War of the Worlds, which was held in 1938. Okay, here this is the review of that program. Now, what you have to do is you have to write similar review of any interesting TV program that you have watched. Okay, anything, any program, any TV program that you have watched, you have to write a review like this. Okay, you have to write it in your notebook and all of you must submit it to me. Okay, now take page number 36. Next is a poem. The Arrow and the Song. I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where. For so swiftly it flew, the sight could not follow it in its flight. I breathed a song into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where. For who has sight too keen and strong that it can follow the flight of song? Long, long afterward in an oak, I found the arrow still unbroke, and the song from beginning to end I found again in the heart of a friend. Okay, this poem is written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Okay, here the poet tells us he shot an arrow into the air and he don't know where it is fell on the ground. He tells us that how fastly it flew on the air. This is because he could not find it because it um, flew so fastly, it went so fastly that he could not see where it is fallen. Next, he says about this a song that he sang that also he don't know where it is reached. Okay, he has shot an arrow and he has sung a song. Both he don't know where both of them has reached. At last he found the arrow on the ground which was unbroken, and he got the song that he sing from a good friend. Here the arrow implies about the bad and harsh words that we say to someone. It will fall on somewhere, but it will be undisturbed. Here the arrow was unbroken, so it is undisturbed, so it will get disturbed in someone's hurt, right? If we say bad words, it will always disturb someone. And the good words, the song he sung implies the good words that we say. Here he finds it from the heart of a good friend, right? Okay, that's all about the poem. It is about an arrow and a song. An arrow he shot and a song he sung. He could not find it. At last he found it, the arrow on the ground, lying on the ground unbroken, and he found the song from the heart of a friend. Okay, this poem was written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Okay, now take next chapter, page number 38, strange sports. There are many unusual sports in this world that we haven't even heard of. Yet, people play these sports with much seriousness. Let us look at 4 such sports. Okay, there are several sport items. Okay, unusual sports items in this world. Let us look for such sports items. Okay, have you heard of the World Toe Wrestling Competition? In this unusual sport, Players use their toes to fight with each other. It was in Derbyshire, England, that the sport was first played. The locals developed as instant liking for it, and soon there was a toe wrestling championship. Then there is a game of chess boxing, which is a combination of boxing and chess. The sport of boxing and the game of chess are alternated with every round. This new game tests both the physical strength and the mental sharpness of the players. Based on their performance in both boxing and chess, the players win or lose points. Which was the first sports? It is toe wrestling, World Toe Wrestling Competition. Okay, it was first played in Derbyshire, England. What is that? The players use their toes to fight. You can see the players fight with their toes and will find who wins the championship or the competition. Okay, next game is chess boxing. You can see it that in that picture. Okay, chess boxing means chess and both chess and boxing are done in alternated with every round. First they will do chess, then boxing, then chess, then boxing. Like that. Why they are doing that? To check whether the player is about the sharpness, mental and physical strength of the players. Okay, and who will they will win based on their performance. Okay, there it is called chess boxing. Now, yet another strange competition involves players racing balls of cheese down a hill. A ball of cheese is rolled down a hill and the player has to chase after it. If he reaches the bottom of the hill before the cheese does, he is declared the winner. This hardly happens as the cheese balls tend to roll much faster than the players can run. First one is toe wrestling, second one is chess boxing. What is the third one? Here there will be balls of cheese, and what they will do? They will roll it down. The ball of cheese, they will roll it down a hill, and the player will chase after it. He will run after it, and they will check whether if the racer or the player comes before reaches the ground before the cheese, he will be declared as the winner. But it never happens, or it hardly happens. Why? Which is cheese balls rolls much faster than the players can run, right? As it is a hilltop, they can't run as faster, right? So the cheese balls will roll faster than the players. So it was hardly happens that the player wins the game. Now next, talking about unusual sports, the World Beard competition also deserves mention. Men with large mustaches, goatees, and full beards can take part in this competition. It is held in different countries across the world, and men with impressive beards and mustaches gather to proudly display their facial hair. Though it is not a sport in the true sense of the term, it is known as the sport by the people who take part in it. The competition has different categories, and one such category is called the Dhali Mustache, named after the artist Salvador Dali, who was famous for his mustache. Okay, you can see in the picture. This is also considered as a sport. Actually, this is not a sport, but the people who take part in them considers it as a sport. Means they will check who has the big or large beards or mustaches. Okay, you know Tadi and Misha, right? They will check who is having the more facial hair, and he will be the winner. Okay, here there are different categories in that competition, And one such category is called Dhali Mustache, named after artist Salvador Dali, who was famous for his mustache. There was a man called Salvador Dali. He was very famous for his mustache. So after that, they named one category as Dhali Mustache. Okay. Now, which are the four unusual sports? Toe wrestling, chess boxing, then what? Cheese, rolling the cheese and chasing after it, and world beard competition. Okay. Okay, now read the chapter very well and take page number 40. You have to fill in the blanks after reading the chapter, and you have to put whether it is right or wrong. Now it is grammar. In English, many words can be used in more than one way. This means that a word can be used as different parts of speech. For example, in the sentence, Alice went to water the flower. The word water is a verb. However, in sentence, Alice went to a, get a glass of water. The word water is a noun. Some words are used as both noun and a verb. Here, some words are there which can be used as different parts of speech. Here, let us see the first sentence. Alice went to water the flower. Here, it is an action. What she does, she waters the flower. Alice waters the flower. So, it is an action. Here, waters is an action. So, it is a verb. Here, Alice went to get a glass of water. Here is the noun or subject of the sentence. Okay, so it is noun here. So the same word is used as both noun and verb. Okay, some words can be used as noun and verb or different parts of speech. Now, in the following sentences, choose the correct answer from the bracket to identify to which part of the speech the underlined words belong. One has been done for you. Here there are some sentences given below. Okay, you have to find the underlined word, whether which part of speech it belongs to, whether it is noun, verb, adjective, pronoun, conjunction, or preposition or adverb. You have to find which part of speech the underlined words belong to. Okay, you have to do it and send it to me. Okay, we have already learned what synonyms and antonyms are. Synonyms are words with same meaning, different words with same meaning. Antonyms are words with opposite meaning. Okay, here we are going to learn about homonyms. Homonyms are words that have the same spelling and pronunciation but different meanings. For example, look at the way the word bear can mean different things. First sentence, I went to the zoo on Saturday and I saw a bear. Next sentence, my parents bear all my burdens. Here in the first sentence, I went to the zoo on Saturday and I saw a bear. Here, bear is an animal, right? Okay. Next one, my parents bear all my burdens. Here, bear means carry. They carry all burdens. So both are having the same spelling and pronunciation, but the meaning is different, right? Those words are called what? Homonyms. I will give you another example. Nail. Nail has two meanings, right? Which are they? Nagam and what? Ani. So, the words that have same spelling and same pronunciation with different meanings are called homonyms. Here are some words activity for you. Choose A or B to get the correct meaning of the italicized words. One has been done for you. Okay, here there are some sentences given below. The same words are given and the meanings are given. It is A and B. You have to write the meaning whether it is A or B. Okay, in the blanks. You have to write the meaning of the words. Uh, okay, you have to read the sentence and you have to identify the meaning. You have to try to understand the meaning and you have to write whether it is A or B. The meanings are given here. You have to write it accordingly. Okay. Okay, next is to just check your pronunciation. Okay, now take page number 43. Look at the picture given below. Write a paragraph that describes the scene at the railway station. Okay, here is a picture given. You have to write a paragraph describing the things that you have seen or what is happening in the picture. Okay, now take page number 44. We don't have time, that's why I'm going fastly. Okay, you have to complete the chapters because your annual examinations are coming. Okay, next is a story, how the camel got his hump. Scene 1. Dog is eating his lunch when horse trots up to him. Horse: hello my friend, don't you like this new world we live in? Dog: it's splendid. Are you on your way to work? Horse: well, man needs to look over for some fields a short distance from here, so I will take him on my back. Dog: he will rely on me to guard the home and fields here while you are both away. I would better eat my lunch quickly and get to work. Horse: I say, dog, does it annoy you that even though the world was created on Monday, Camel is yet to do any work? Dog: annoy me? It infuriates me. It's already Wednesday. Here we are working with man to make this new world a beautiful place that we can all enjoy. And there is Camel sitting idle all day long and not saying anything except hum. Horse: well, later today I am going to speak to him about his idleness. Dog: good luck. If you can get more than a hump out of him, you are better animal than I am. Okay, you can see in the picture there is a dog and a horse. Okay, the dog was having his lunch and the horse came to him and he asked, uh, the horse asked dog that do his does he like the new world that they are living in? And dog says yes, it is splendid, means very good. And he's asking horse that is he going to work? And the man, horse says okay, they are good. Sorry, he's going to the fields with the man or his master. And dog says he will take care of the house until they reach back, and he want to have his lunch fastly and he want to continue his work. Now the horse says about the camel. It, he says that the camel doesn't do any works. Now the dog says the camel always sit in the desert, always sitting idle. Idle means lazy. It always sits like that, and always the sound that comes from him is hump. Dog says that they are all working for the man to make the new world a beautiful place. Dog, horse, all are working with the man. But what the camel is doing, he's just sitting lazy and he is not saying any other words other than hum. Now the horse says that today he is going to speak to the camel about his laziness. And the dog wishes him good luck that if he get a new word other than hum from the camel, if he can hear a word other than hum from the camel, he is a better animal than the dog. Scene 2. The camel is sitting under a palm tree in the middle of the desert. Horse wearing a saddle on his back gallops up to camel. Okay, now there is a camel sitting under the palm tree, and now the horse comes there. He was wearing saddle means seat on the back for the man to sit, and gallops. Gallops means here he moves fastly to the camel. Horse, what a dusty place you have chosen to live in, camel. Camel, hump. Horse, I say, camel, it's time you did some work around here. Dog and I and the other animals are busy helping man make this new world of ours a beautiful place. Come, camel, help us. Camel, hump. Oh, you are an impossible animal. Horse gallops up to dog, who is fetching sticks and placing them in a heap. Dog looks up at snorting horse. Now snorting means making a loud noise when angry by breathing out air through the nose. Now what happened? The camel was sitting under the palm tree in the desert, and horse went there to the camel, and he is asking camel that it is a dusty place and why did you choose this place to live in? But the camel didn't say anything except hump. Now the horse says horse and dog are working very hard for the man to make this world beautiful. And now he asks camel to help them. Then also camel replied hum. And the horse was very angry and he went back to the dog. What the dog was doing, he was taking all the sticks and placing them a heap. Dog, I can see from the look on your face that you had no luck with that idle beast. Horse, camel is determined to do nothing. He sits there getting fatter and lazier. Dog, let me finish collecting sticks for the fireplace and I will try convincing camel to work. I will ask ox to come with me when he takes a break from ploughing the fields. Dog approaches camel, who is still sitting under his tree in the desert. Ox comes after him. Now, when the horse came there, having he was looking angry. He was making a loud noise while a breathing sound that shows he is angry. Now the dog says, from the look, he can understand that he didn't get a reply from the camel. And the horse tells that the camel is meant or it is built to do nothing. It is found or determined to know nothing. And sitting there lazily, it will become fatter and it will become more lazier. And now dog tells that after collecting the sticks, he will go to convince the camel, and what he will call ox to join with him. Now dog approaches camel, who is still sitting under his tree in the desert. Ox comes after him. Dog, camel, come and fetch and carry like the rest of us. Now the dog and ox goes to the camel, and the camel was sitting under the palm tree. Now the dog asks the camel to take or find and bring the something and carry, or to do the work like the other animals. He will ask camel to do the work like other animals. Now what the camel replies? Just hump. Dog, camel, you are an impossibly lazy animal. Ox, camel, oh camel, come and work in the fields like the rest of us. Camel, hump. Oh camel, you leave us no choice but to tell man about your dreadful attitude. Now the dog is asking, telling that you are a lazy animal. Now ox also calls him to do the work, but he didn't say anything else other than hump. Now um, the dog says they don't have any choice. They have to tell the man or the master about his laziness or his dreadful attitude. Scene 3. The three animals stand before man at the end of the day. Man looks tired. Ox, dear man, we have worked hard today and so have you. We are all tired and looking forward to a rest. But there is something we must tell you. What is it, dear animals? Dog, that lazy camel won't work. Horse, and it's just not fair. Man sighs deeply. Tree, oh tree, I'm very sorry for you. But that hump thing in the desert can't work, or he would have been here by now. So I am going to leave him alone, and you must do more work than you are doing now to make up for it. Now they are complaining about the no, sorry, the three animals are standing before the man or their master, and they are complaining about the camel. The ox says that they all are working hard today, then all are tired, and we are going to take rest. But there is someone who does not do anything. Who is that? Camel. And now the man says that he doesn't know, or he does not work, or he can't work. So they have to do the work. Okay, and he is going to leave the camel alone, and the three animals, ox, horse, and dog, have to do more work than usual to make it up, or to make up for it. Dog, ox, horse. What? Oh no, that wretched camel, sinful. A whirring sound is heard, and grass, leaves, then dust starts flying. A jinn enters the scene. Horse, looking from the hay he is eating. Why, look, it's the jinn in charge of the deserts, rolling on a cloud of dust. Dog, let's tell him about camel. He has lots of magic in him. He may be able to get camel to work. Jinn, hello my dear animals, and how are you all faring in this new world? Horse, Jinn of all deserts, is it right for anyone to be idle with the world so new and all? They heard a sound of dust. Sorry, there was a sound, the dust was flying, and there was Jinn. He was the Jinn of the desert, or he was the in charge of the desert. Now they are going to the Jinn. Ox, horse, and dog are going to the Jinn, and they are complaining about the camel. Jinn, certainly not. Horse, well, there is nothing. There is a thing in the middle of your desert with a long neck and long legs, and he hasn't done any work since Monday morning. Jinn, let's out a low whistle. You, that's my camel. What does he say? Dog, he says hump, and he won't fetch and carry. Jinn, does he say anything else? Ox, only hump, and he won't work in the fields. Jinn, We will see about that. Now they are complaining about the camel, and they tells that it doesn't do any work and it only says hump. Scene 5. The jinn flies into the desert wrapped in his dust cloak and finds Camel looking at his own image in the pool of water. My long friend, what's this I hear of your doing no work with the world so new and all? Camel, hump. The jinn sits down next to Camel, who does not even look at Jinn. Jinn, you have given the other three animals extra work since Monday morning, all because of your idleness. Camel, hump. Jinn, I wouldn't say that again if I were you. I want you to work. Camel, hump. At that instant, the camel begins to grow a hump on his back. The camel looks around in surprise. Now, what happened? The jinn went to the camel and he is asking why he is sitting so lazily. Ox, horse, and dog has complaints about you that you are not working and they have to do extra work since Monday morning. But whatever the jinn says, he just replied hum. Then what happened? He was looking at the pool. He was looking at his image on the pool. And a hump started growing on his back. Jinn, do you see that? That's your very own hump that you have brought upon yourself by not working. Today is Thursday and you have done no work since Monday. When the work began, now you are going to work. Camel, how can I with this hump on my back? Jinn, that's done on purpose because you missed those 3 days. You will be able to work now for 3 days without eating because you can live on your hump. Come out of the desert, go and meet the three animals and behave well. Now, Jinn is asking, Jinn is telling that there is a hump on his back because he is not doing work since Monday. And he is asking him to do the work. Now the camel is asking how can he work with the hump on his back. Now the jinn says that it is done on purpose because he can store food in the hump and he can even work without eating for 3 days. And he is asking him to go out of the desert and to meet his new friends, okay, or the three animals. The camel leaves to the three animals, and what the man does, he loads a bundle to the camel's back and he started working. Now the dog, horse and ox are discussing about the pleasant sight they have seen because the camel is working now. Okay, that's all about the story, how he got the hump. Okay, now read the chapter very well and you have to do the exercise sections. Okay, you have to match the following after reading the chapter very well. Now, let us move on to the grammar section. Take page number 49. Look at the two sentences given below. Reena said, I love mangoes. Reena said that she loved mangoes. Okay, here the first one is direct speech and the second one is indirect speech. Let us see what they are. Direct speech is reporting word for word what a speaker has said. Indirect speech is reporting what somebody has said without using the same words used by the speaker. Okay, in direct speech, we are reporting the word that the speaker, how the way the speaker says. Okay, now in indirect speech, we are reporting the same thing that somebody has said. We are not using the same words used by the speaker, but we are reporting it without using the same words. A sentence in direct speech has a reporting clause that contain the reporting verb and the quote actual words of the speaker. The quote is usually kept within single quotation marks. Okay. In direct speech, there will be a reporting clause. Here means Anna said. This is the reporting clause here. And there will be a reporting verb, and the quote will be there in direct speech. And it will be uh, kept within single quotation. Okay, next is uh, indirect speech. There will be the reporting clause, and there will be the report only. There will be no quote. Only the report will be there. The verbs like the verbs said, asked, replied, explained, screamed, and so on are called verbs of speaking or reporting verbs. Okay, now underline the reporting verb in each sentence and identify if the sentence is in direct or indirect speech. One has been done for you. Okay, now you have to underline the reporting verb in each of the sentences, and you have to write whether it is direct speech or indirect speech. Given below are pairs of sentences. Fill in the blanks in the second sentence with appropriate words. One has been done for you. Okay, this one also you have to change it into indirect speech. You have to fill in the blanks in the second sentence with appropriate words. Okay, the direct speech is given there. You have to complete the indirect speech only. Okay. Confusing words are words that are very similar but have different meanings altogether. Therefore, it is important to know the differences between these words. Some of these confusing words are listed below. You might know these words: accept, accept, altogether, altogether, desert, desert. Both look similar, right? But both are having different meanings. So you have to by heart this. You have to learn the difference between these words. Here, first one, accept means to agree or to receive. Here, accept means not included or not including. All together means all in one place, and all together means completely. Desert means a place where there is no water. Okay, or to abandon someone. Next, the desert means the sweet course of a meal. You might have heard that. Okay, now you have to write the correct word. You have learned the confusing words and you have to learn the meaning of these words, and you have to complete the words below. Okay, activity for you is write at least 5 sentences each on the following topics. There are two topics given. You have to write 5 sentences at least. Caring for animals or protection of forest. You have to write it in your notebook and you have to send it to me. Now take page number 54. This is a poem which was written by Rudyard Kipling. The way through the woods. They shut the road through the woods 70 years ago. Weather and rain have undone it again, and now you would never know there was once a road through the woods. Before they planted the trees, it is underneath the coppice and heath, and the thin anemones. Only the keeper sees that where the ring-dove broods, and the badgers roll at ease, there was once a road through the woods. Yet if you enter the woods of a summer evening late, when the night air cools on the trout-ringed pools, where the otter whistles his mate, they fear not men in the woods because they see so few. You will hear the beat of a horse's feet, and the swish of his skirt in the dew, steadily cantering through the misty solitudes. As though they perfectly knew the old lost road through the woods, but there is no road through the woods. poet, the poet starts the poem saying that there was a road on the woods, and since 70 years ago they had get rid of it, and after that new plants have started growing new plants had started growing, and the entire area has changed. The poem shows the power of nature when the human beings excluded from it, how the nature has thrived it. Tells that there is someone else living there. Not even trees, but birds and animals have started living freely when human beings have excluded from the forest. In the second stanza, he describes about the things that he sees and hears in the woods. He can see different animals making sounds, and they are passing freely without fearing the human entry. He also says that the poet also says that when you listen carefully, you can hear the sound of a horse's feet and the swish of his skirt. Tells that there is a man living there, there is someone living there who knows where the road was. Since there is no road there, but he knows where the road was, once the road was. The poem analyzes that he will try to find who is that. Okay, now it's all about the poem. Now you have to complete the exercise section after reading the poem very well. Okay, now we have completed the chapters. Okay, when we will explain it in the live class. Okay, that's all for your class today. Thank you.